Well, guys, we made it to Seattle. It was about a 3-hour drive to get over here, but we've come to Seattle Waterfront to check out the new Seattle Aquarium and the Waterfront Revitalization project. We parked at the Pike Place Market garage, and I think before we go down and check out the waterfront, we'll go in and take a look at the Pike Street Market, just do a little quick walkthrough. So here we are, we made it. We'll just take a little stroll and see what we run into. There's a sign up there that says Pike Street Market, or Pike Place Market, Skyscrapers of Seattle, and away we go. I'm really surprised how busy it is for a Thursday afternoon. So school's not even out yet, so the summer travel season really hasn't started, but it's very busy, extremely crowded. You see people from other countries here. This is the main entrance on Pike Street, and the famous sign has now moved down the street, so let's walk over there and see if we can take a look-see. I guess if you want Seattle souvenirs, this is the place to come. Very many cheese shop, fruits and berries. This is what Pike Street Market is famous for. Purple asparagus. Pike Place Market. I keep calling it Pike Street Market, but it's Pike Place Market. This seafood bar used to be inside the main entrance, and they were famous for throwing salmon to one another. Whole salmon. Waterwood smoked salmon. This is the hard smoked, traditional hard smoked salmon. It's quite expensive though. Some more seafood. And Dungeness crab. Copper River sockeye. Oysters. Whole halibut. Here's some salmon. Okay, let's go take a look at the main sign down here. This place is looking pretty good. I haven't seen a lot of homeless or panhandlers or anything like that. Seattle had kind of a reputation for homeless people, and this area, especially up on First, one block up, had kind of a bad reputation for a while there, but this area just loaded with tourists. There's the famous sign, the public market sign, and we'll go in down here and I'll take one more walk through this portion down here. It stretches for blocks, and it's also multiple levels, so you can go downstairs quite a ways. I see Easter lilies are quite common here now. Beautiful bouquet. Oh yeah, they've been making flowers. Look at all the stuff on the floor. Beautiful stuff here. And a lot of people can come down here and open up a booth. Imagine it costs some money, and sell their wares. Handicrafts and one thing or another. Jewelry. This one has herbal supplements. Here's more jewelry. This person must be planning to go to lunch or something. Glasswork. Pretty. And more flowers. Very, very many. Here's another seafood shop. Wild mackerel. Now that's something I don't usually see. Calamari. Here's a red snapper. Wild octopus. Some people from India. Oh yeah. Right below the Ferris wheel, I can just see the top of the new aquarium building. And, well, that's probably the old aquarium building. Port of Seattle. And Safeco Field down there with the retractable roof. And we'll go a little further. I'll say a few more words. This is Elliott Bay. The ferries land just a few piers down from here. And I haven't been on that Ferris wheel, but it's famous now too. And down below here, in front of these pier buildings, these are buildings that are built out onto the waterfront, over the water. They're actually piers. The Alaska Viaduct was a 2-story high freeway that ran down through here, and they replaced that some years ago with a an underground tunnel. Perhaps you'll remember the controversies in the news about the cost overruns. They were using a tunnel boring machine called Big Bertha, and it got stuck. They had to dig it out and raise it up out of the ground to repair it and put it back down and let it keep boring. And it took very long to do it, but the project was envisioned as a way of opening up the waterfront to downtown Seattle again. And this recent revitalization project, the Waterfront Revitalization project that they're still working on, it's not quite complete, but I think it's getting fairly close to being complete, is a big part of that effort. Let me see if I can figure out how to get over to that new walkway. We might have to go back out into the market and go down toward the outdoor sculpture garden. Yeah, the market continues through these buildings here. I think maybe that's the way we should go. Let's give it a try.
Don't be shy, give it a try.
Okay, we'll walk back through the market here and see if we can find the over the water walkway. It's part of the revitalization project. It costs hundreds of millions, this project. See some of the wares. Here's some leather work. This is pretty nice stuff here.
Will you go with me? Look at the picture. Let's go to the cheese store.
We'll battle the crowd for about a block through here. And then see if we can find, oh, here's hardwood skateboards. This is very cool. Check it out. Leather book covers. Probably people that want to keep journals would love to have something like that. Here's a lot of jewelry. Here's an exit. Let's try it and see. Here's a nice painting of the market. That's showing where the sign used to be above the main entrance, but they moved it about a block down. This ought to give us an overview of where we want to go. This is close to the sculpture garden where this grass is down here. And the water walkway is here. And it goes down to the aquarium. This was part of this, it's a $100 million revitalization project that I think has now gone over $1 billion to connect the Pike Street Market with the waterfront, and it goes over the main highway down below, the road down below, Elliott Way. So let's see how we can get down there. Guess we have to go, oh, right here. Downtown Seattle, very many of these larger buildings were either purchased by or built by Amazon. And when COVID hit, so many people were working from home that the downtown areas of Seattle pretty much emptied out. And it hurt a lot of the small businesses, the restaurants, and one thing or another. So I was curious to go up in town and see whether the businesses are open, how vital the area looks, and that sort of thing. Well, this is thriving, vibrant. Restaurants are full. A lot of people here enjoying themselves. And we're going to take this walkway down around this corner here and all the way. You can take some stairs over here, but we'll take the ramp because I'm an old man. No riding. Here comes one of the Washington State ferries out on Elliott Bay. You probably can't see it because it's so far out there, but that point across the way is Alki Point. That's West Seattle on that peninsula. And Elliott Bay was just visited recently by a gray whale, which doesn't often happen here in Elliott Bay. This is cute, very cool place for the kids. They have a slide here and the ropes and a climbing wall for the kids and the rocks. We'll look at that from down below. It's probably very cool. Hi. Oh man, I bet the kids just love this place.
One more minute? 5 more minutes.
The kids want 5 more minutes.
Go.
Cute, cute, cute. Oh, and here's a roller slide. I've never seen one of those before. Wow, look at that. We never had anything like that when I was a kid. Designs in the pavement. Very cool. And we can get another view of the Seattle skyline from here. Maybe I'll do a little pan from down here towards the Space Needle, which we acquired as a result of the World's Fair in 1963. The sun's in the camera, so it's not really giving us a good exposure. This building is the Seattle Aquarium, and it's built out over the water, but they have expanded it. I think it actually may occupy space under where we're walking right now. There's the waterfront. There's the part of the aquarium that has a 360-degree dome. You can see all the people. It's a really wide plaza for people to walk. And then on the left over here, there's a bicycle lane, 2-lane bicycle lane. That looks like something you'd find in Amsterdam or maybe Portland. And then the main road on the left. So they've done a very good job of zoning this and separating the pedestrians and the bicycles from the automobile traffic. So yeah, they've done a very, very nice job of it. And here we are. Gorgeous. Beautiful area. So many people enjoying themselves today.
He's like, is Yogi okay?
It's very nice and warm and sunny. Very few people are wearing jackets. It's maybe high 60s, low 70s, which is perfect. Idyllic weather for the Pacific Northwest. It rained all morning, but it's clearing off now. A beautiful sky, and we're going to go to the aquarium. Here we go. There's the elevator up to the parking garage, and I found the new Aquarium Ocean Pavilion, and this is exactly directly below where we were just walking, and it has places for online or time ticket holders and walk-ups, and we're a walk-up today. Here we go. I am a senior. Enter the appropriate code. Okay. Yes. Next. This is very cool. And
We'll learn.
what time is it now?
Right now, I would just choose 1 p.m. is totally fine. Yep, you just do that.
Is it that late already? I'm a senior.
Yeah, so
There's a place for that?
Yeah, it goes. Yeah. So you'll just add an adult. Is it one ticket?
Yeah.
Okay. And then it's a
I thought it was
$2
30.
discount. It's
Or 35.
$43.95.
Oh, it is. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then it'd be $2 off at the senior, so $41.95.
Okay.
Okay. And then.
I looked online. I thought it was 35, but maybe that's if you buy it ahead of time.
Yeah, we do have dynamic pricing, so our pricing does change depending on the day and all that.
Oh, that's the code.
Yeah. So
Okay, the secret word.
If you plan ahead, you'll get like a
It's a little bit cheaper.
discount,
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much.
Of course. Okay, so then we can see with the $2
Perfect.
off, it'd be $41.95.
Okay.
We can skip this portion. Printed or text?
It doesn't matter. What's easier?
Printed.
Okay.
Let's do that.
And then this goes in here like this?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
You're doing it.
Perfect. I'm not all that technologically challenged by it. Perfect.
There you go.
So there's two buildings.
Yeah.
They're
so,
separate?
Yeah, so you do have to exit completely.
Okay.
Your ticket will get you into both.
Perfect.
So make sure to hang on to that. So on this side, you're going to see tropical exhibits.
All right.
And then when you head over to Pier 59, that will also connect you to Pier 60. And that's going to have all our like local marine wildlife,
Nice.
including like giant Pacific
Perfect.
octopus, birds, mammals.
Well, I'm all about the tropics. Let's go. Thank you. Does she want my ticket? You need to scan that?
Yes, that is perfect.
Okay.
Just hold on to this to scan for re-entry.
We're over there.
And to get into that.
Thank you so much. Okay, here we are. Multimedia display. This is pretty cool. Anemones and clownfish. This is what I long to see when I go to learn to scuba dive. Very cool. For someone who's had aquarium since I was a kid, I know how complex and difficult it is to maintain something like this. It's almost impossible.
Well, try white.
I did try white.
Oh, you can just gray.
I did white, not bottom. It's the first one.
Oh, it's crowded in here. Here's a spotted eel. Very cool. You just barely see him. He's not moving much. Here's another reef nighttime display. So crowded you can hardly get in to see stuff. Should have come here when they first opened. Here's lionfish. They've invaded the Caribbean, and there's active programs to spearfish them and eradicate them from the Caribbean where they don't belong. They're actually a Southeast Asian species, so they're an invasive exotic in the Caribbean and elsewhere. These are little eels that are coming up out of the sand. Garden eels, they call them.
Yeah. Here, this is very cool. This is quite expansive. See how big that is? I'm going close now. I'll see if we can get some of these beautiful fish. It's very cool. Very cool reverse dome, so you can stand under and look up. That's very cool. Beautiful, beautiful tank. Oh, here it is. Wow. Oh, they have a ray in here. So this is, I'm going to guess, 18 feet high altogether. Let's go in closer and see what we can see. That's very cool. Oh man, I can't wait to learn to scuba dive so I can actually go underwater and stay there with these guys. There's a beautiful parrotfish. Can't really get a good picture of it. These kids are having a ball. I don't know if you can see. There's a very large ray swimming over our head over here. Oh, he's gone away. Really didn't get a good view of him. Well, that was very cool. The underwater dome is in the other building. That's what we want to see. Well, let's go upstairs here real quick and we'll see the tap to identify species, it says. This is perfect height for the kids. This is great for kids. They just love it. Look at them. Checking out all the colorful fish. There might be one you can touch over here.
Hey, Sarah, Sarah! This is so cool!
It's so cool. She's right. She's right. It is very cool. Well, they got the jellyfish over here. The jelly nursery, they call it. The jelly nursery. There's jellyfish in that tank, but it's kind of surrounded. Oh yeah, let's get a view of these. These are very cool. Very cool. I wonder what species they are. They're different than any other jellyfish I've ever seen. Here's the babies in here in the jellyfish nursery. Wow. Here comes school of fish.
I didn't realize it was even on.
Here comes our Ray.
I saw a fish
Another Ray.
that way, and then he turned around. I saw
Very cool. Really, really cool. This is rehabilitation tanks. Places where they're caring for sick fish, probably. Oh, she's squirting something out of those corals. Wow, there's a lot of work goes into maintaining something like this, I'll tell you. Really, really, really something. So, it looks to me like these tanks are all connected. Yeah, you can see the dome we were looking at. There's a person down below there. See him? That's great. So these tanks are all interconnected. That's very cool. Oh, look at these orange ones here. Gorgeous. Beauties. Oh man, I can't wait to learn to scuba dive so I can go fish swimming with these fishes. It's just phenomenal. Unbelievable. So beautiful. The intricacies, the miracles of nature. So that's the tropics. Now we can cross over and look at the Pacific Northwest, the non-tropical species. These kids are swimming around on that thing like they're fish themselves. Oh, very cool. Oh man, this is a great place to bring the kids, I'm telling you. Okay, we're gonna go back outside now, and might as well shut you off. We'll talk to you in a minute. Okay, so we got the tropics area we just came out of is in that building down there, and I just want to show you this wide open plaza, and they have these new buildings here, many of which are like condos or apartments that have balconies, so they're residential. And then if we come around, you can see the Ferris wheel and a new outdoor play area for the kids are putting in here. See that? That's a playground for the kids. So this is one of the major additions to the waterfront. That's been here now for several years, but they used to have the old curiosity shop down the way here, which was always fun to go in and see Sylvester, the mummy that had been shot down in the desert and preserved in the desert. So here we are at the other entrance to the aquarium. We're going to go in and check it out. I have my ticket. You're the scanner?
Yes.
I'm surprised I didn't need an app for this.
Enjoy, have fun.
Thank you. There,
which is really incredible visibility for cold water. But then I went last week and I could barely see my hand. So there are big fluctuations in that visibility. And so because you don't want that in an aquarium, this water does go through really big sand filters. So that helps with the visibility, especially because at the head of Elliott Bay is the Duwamish River. So we can get big outflows of silt from the river or big plankton blooms. But I will say my favorite thing about the aquarium is that open system, because even though it can filter out some of that sand or silt or excess plankton, it lets a lot of it through, and it lets a lot of plankton in particular through, and a lot of plankton are just the babies of all of these animals that you see in front of you. So everyone in here, except for the coho salmon, starts out their life as plankton. So sea stars, sea cucumbers, crabs, most fish, the list goes on, start out their life as teeny tiny little babies just floating around, going with the flow of the current.
very cool.
And they can come in here through the pipes and set up camp. And so that's why you see every inch of these rods is on our life. And we're still reversing all of these animals produced like that.
A lot of reflections on the glass, but we'll see what I can get here. This is salmon right here. Little baby salmon. A couple of them. I don't know, those look like rainbow trout, but this has got to be saltwater, so they must be oh, here's a big rockfish. Missing his eye. Well, I'm really glad I came. Oh, here's a tidal display. Did you see it? It's surging. Very cool. It'll surge again here in a minute, probably. And here it comes. Those fish don't seem to mind it a bit. It's very cool. That's it, just going with the flow. Here's the green anemones. We have very many of these in Puget Sound, these green anemones. Some of the sea anemones are very cool, very long. Feather anemones in one thing or another. So this is a nice display showing well, here's the common sea urchins that we have here. This is a very cool map of the oceans, a kind of Mercator projection or something showing how they're all connected. And then there's a little display here about the Coral Triangle, which is one of my dream destinations. Indonesia, Flores, Indonesia, Bali in this area, Borneo, the Philippines, and West Papua New Guinea. Raja Ampat, one of the really famous
dive destinations in the world, one of the last pristine, untouched areas, which is now developing, of course. And but the best way to see it is on a liveaboard boat, because there's no tourist attraction or no tourist infrastructure there, no cell towers, no internet, nothing like that. So it's a very expensive dive destination to rent a boat to go out there and be on a liveaboard boat. Here, the Amazon of the ocean. This area is so fragile and rich with marine life. It just, we have to do everything we can to protect it. And of course now we're having another coral bleaching event due to global warming and the acidification of the oceans as a result of global warming, which is devastating reefs all around the world. And the Caribbean reefs are a fraction of what they used to be. 60% of the Great Barrier Reef off of the coast of Australia is now bleached. The corals are dying, and we have to do everything we can to preserve this rich natural legacy that we've inherited and that we're rapidly destroying. Here's the new ocean pavilion and the walkway that we just took coming down into the aquarium, and you can see the new pavilion where we had the tropical displays are here under this walkway that comes down from Pike Street Market. That's a nice picture showing it. And this is really a treasure, this aquarium that they've installed here. It's really something. I'm just so favorably impressed. How many thousands of people a week will have an opportunity to come and see this. Now this is a touch tank that has the anemones and the sea urchins and probably starfish and little kids reaching in. And of course people getting salt water on their hands, so we have a wash station here where you can clean up and wash your hands. Here's another part of the touch tank. Has sea cucumbers, starfish, common to the Pacific Northwest, giant sea cucumbers, and a few anemones, but not too many. Some giant clams. Oh, here, this is cool. The kids can look in from down below here. Here we go. Give you an idea. He's getting his hands wet. Oh, and it's got a surge to it, a tidal surge to it also. Very cool. Oh, very cool. Well, that's quite a display. There's another one on this side. Little kids leaning in and...
No le hacemos nada menos filtrarla, no la enfriamos, no la calentamos, porque es el mismo ambiente que les gusta. Desde luego nosotros. Oh, sí, sí.
Oh, here's some more jellyfish in a big donut aquarium that is circulating overhead. This is very cool. Oh, these are moon jellies, it says.
Okay, they've got another exhibit down here we'll go look at. Little toddler area. Very cool. Great place for the kids. Great place to leave your kids when you're checking everything else out, maybe. I don't know. Private suite for pumping and nursing. That's a really great addition. Birds, salmon, Puget Sound fish, and the underwater dome. Oh. This may be the sea otters. She's feeding them something. I think they'd come out for the food, but I saw them run into the bushes, whatever it is. Oh, it's an oyster catcher. Oh my gosh. Very cool. I love oyster catchers. They're one of our signature shorebirds is the oyster catcher. Oh, there he is. He's hiding out back there. The rocky shore. These sandstone formations here that have the pockmarks in them are from the Chuckanut Formation up near Bellingham. That sandstone was laid down 55 million years ago before the uplifting of the Cascades, and then uplifted, and there's little microscopic organisms that got buried in the sand that was at the heart of each of those pockmarks there, and made a softer spot for the sandstone to erode in those formations with the pockmarks. And it's fairly rare. There's not very many places in the world where this occurs, and along Chuckanut Drive and Bellingham Bay and Chuckanut Bay, that's one of the areas where you'll find that sort of thing. It's also loaded with fossils. And we have more green anemones down here. Beautiful color. Okay, here we go into the underwater dome. The home under Puget Sound. This should be very cool. Oh, we got baby salmon overhead. That's very cool. That's very, very cool. They, juvenile salmon thrive in the eelgrass beds that you find all over the estuaries in Puget Sound, which are places where fresh water comes down and mixes with the salt water. This is supposed to simulate the eelgrass beds, but it's pretty sparse. But these are the kind of species, little fish you'll find in the eelgrass beds. And pipefish and one thing or another. Oh, here's the larger sea pens and anemones. You find these on piers all over Puget Sound. Sometimes they're 2 or 3 feet long. They're gorgeous. You can look down into the water as you're waiting for the ferry and see them. Here's another urchin and a fish down below, chilling. Some really beautiful things here. Really, really gorgeous. Hope that focuses, because it's just spectacular, gorgeous stuff. Really, really beautiful. Oh yeah, here's the other tanks we can show you. Oh, I'm running low on battery, so we better go see the underwater dome. Here it is. This is the finale because I'm running out of batteries. Wow. Oh, they have big salmon in here. There's a 25-pound salmon. And there's a scuba diver over there cleaning the glass. We'll go check him out. Looks like he's cleaning the glass. He's got a vacuum in one hand and a scraper in the other. That's what I want to do, scuba dive. He's got a dry suit on because it's cold. That water's cold. Chinook salmon, that's the favorite food of orca whales, which are endangered now because of the reduction in the numbers of Chinook salmon. I hope you can see the Chinook salmon swimming by. Here's a big one. A couple of big ones. Those are 25-pound fish there. Big ones. Maybe even 30 pounds. We'll go down here and just check it out. All right. And we got the salmon swimming by here. Here comes one. Some of them are very large. These salmon can swim extremely fast, and I've often wondered how can orcas catch them to eat them. But it's the favorite food of the orcas, the resident orca whales that we have here. And like I say, the salmon numbers have dwindled to such an extent now that the orca whales are endangered. Really nice exhibit. Comes along and swimming pretty fast. Here's the orca.
Oh, that's a sturgeon. Yeah. Right there, see?
There's the orcas.
Just like the sturgeon general.
They swim pretty fast too. So they've just determined that the transient orcas are a completely different species than the resident orcas. They have different behaviors, different habitats, different diets. Here he comes. Imagine he gets bored in there. Poor guy. Yeah, they diverged evolutionarily over 750,000 years ago. And the transients are more aggressive. They eat marine mammals almost exclusively, like seals, and the resident orca whales eat Chinook salmon, as I mentioned, almost exclusively. They also have tighter social groups, family networks, different calls,
They stay in the same areas. The transient whales swim all over the world. They have much smaller groups, maybe up to 6 or 8 individuals in one pod, whereas the resident orca whales, as you can see here, have sometimes super pods of 80 or 86 whales traveling together through Puget Sound. And like I say, they're endangered. We need to protect our salmon stocks. They've reduced the commercial harvest of the salmon. They're trying to beef up their numbers, but the problem is the growth of the human population in Puget Sound Basin. You know, the Seattle metropolitan megalopolis is now, last I heard, it was 6 million and growing rather rapidly. And the pollution, the runoff from the streets, all of the cars dripping oil on the pavements, and then the rain that we get here washing it into the sound is, along with PCBs from piers, pilings, and one thing or another has, and then of course we used to dump our garbage right in the sound, and so yeah, it's had a very negative impact on our orcas. We need to do what we can. Oh, this is a beautiful picture here of Mount Baker, which is just 60 miles east of Bellingham. Right on the other side of this mountain is the most photographed mountain in the world, Mount Shuckson. It's only an hour's drive from Bellingham. This shows where Coleman Crater is. And you can still see steam rising out of it on cold mornings at fumaroles. That's where Sherman Peak, and then the main top of the mountain, 10,400 feet high. It's one of our stratovolcanoes on the Pacific Ring of Fire. This is our most northernmost volcano in the state of Washington. And then, of course, we have Mount Rainier, Mount Adams, Glacier Peak, Mount St. Helens, of course, which erupted in 1982. And yeah, so there's a nice picture. I think this is Blakely. Yeah, I think this is taken from Blakely Marina, right here. We had to pull in there with my dad's boat one day when the rubber intake hose, the cooling manifolds on the engine plugged up and melted the hose, and we were sinking. The water was pouring into the boat through a 4-inch hole. And fortunately, we got it under tow, and they took us in, and we tied up to the dock and saved the boat. Here's some native Northwest art. Okay, let's head out here and see what else we can see on our way back home.
Pretty gratifying. The power of gravity.
It's a full-time job keeping the glass clean. Got a lot of algae. They must have some big filters in this place to keep the water clear. Harbor seals are awesome. This is the top of the harbor seal display. Oh, there's outside viewing area. Oh yeah, you can see them there. Oh yeah, you can go outside and look at them. Beautiful day in Seattle, just gorgeous. What a wonderful place to bring the family or your close friend and spend the day. Really, really fun. Well, I saw one swim by the glass there, but well, this is a nice view of the
walkway there and the new oceanfront pavilion they put in. Looks like we're running out of battery. 10% left, it says. Okay, let's go circle up and see what we can see. There goes the harbor seal. Can you see him? Fat guy. He's not as fat as I am, but he's a fat guy. Northern fur seals and river otters. Vet center. Oh, here's a fur seal. Big northern fur seal. Let's just see what that looks like. You got whiskers. You definitely got whiskers. He's handsome. He's handsome.
Why do you want to go back up there?
Sea otter display. It must be down here because everybody's. Oh yeah. He's holding on to something.
Yeah, she's got a couple of enrichment items. So like
What?
She's got enrichment items.
Oh,
or
enrichment
toys?
items. I just said nourishment items.
Nourishment, yeah.
I thought there was
Plastic,
something in there.
delicious.
She's got a nipple on there. She's.
No. I mean, if she wanted to, she could dive down and search the remnants of the
Uh-huh.
shells, but
She's like, I'm taking it out. And this is my jug.
she's like,
Pacific Northwest plants, sword ferns, clover. Maybe these are freshwater trout. Yeah. Freshwater trout. No, this is showing the increase in the population of Puget Sound, which I was just discussing, from 1950 on the left here to 2010 on the right. And you can see how rapidly the population has increased, which is causing ecological problems, primarily from the runoff of pollution. Great Western sword fern, Polysticum unitum, scientific name for that. It's endemic to the Pacific Northwest. There's a deer fern. It's kind of a poor example of one, but it's over there. They're also endemic to the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, these are freshwater species here. Oh, they have a waterfall. Very cool. There's something there. Oh, it's a river otter swimming in there. Very cool. Here he comes. Woo! He's fast. He's really fast. Let's see if I can get him again. There he goes. Yeah, he's fast. He's bored. Not a very good place for him. He's bored. He needs a personal enrichment item to keep him from being bored. Okay, well, I think we're pretty much over. Pretty much seen it all, I think. It says more exhibits through these doors, but it just takes you down to the gift shop. Yeah. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed your visit to the Seattle Aquarium. This is the gift shop. Stuffed toys and plushies. Say goodbye to the Seattle Aquarium. It was really a great time here today. I'm so glad I came. Now I have quite a drive to get back home. This is a new seawall they had to build. When they put the tunnel in under Elliott Way here, one of the primary concerns was water intrusion from Elliott Bay into the tunnel. So they had to reconstruct quite a bit of the seawall along here, and that's what Elliott Bay in Seattle looks like. I see some crabs down there moving around, and I see some starfish down there. Not a lot of mussels, but yeah. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed your visit to Seattle. It was a great time. I'm going to go over to the parking garage. I can get a elevator here to the parking garage, which is just across the street. So we'll talk to you guys later. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see where we end up going next. Bye-bye.